What's up, Fight Systems? So today I'm going to be bringing up some more points and facts on some things that I found about Dan Inosanto, and we're going to be kind of going over them. And also we had some people reply to some of my videos. I want to bring them out and we're going to talk about them in this video. And this will probably be the conclusion for the whole certification of Dan Inosanto, and we're just going to move on and start teaching JKD and the real art, and I'll be sharing a lot about it, and so you guys can kind of see what the difference is, and you can make your own judgments from there on. Okay, so stay tuned. So today I'm going to share some of the stuff that some people wrote in my comments about the videos. And the first one that we have that I want to talk about, okay, is the one from Sifu Woods over in Miami, Florida. He actually has a book out, but he also has a Jeet Kune Do dialogue system that he does on YouTube. And you can check that out. His own channel is JKD Dialogues. Very neat stuff that he has going there. On his channel, he actually talks to a lot of the JKD instructors, concept guys, and also original guys. And so he kind of chats with them about their explanation of JKD. It kind of asks them a few questions. Some very interesting people too, so check them out. So his reply to me was, he said that the inks fade, okay? On the Inosanto certification, if we look at certain areas, it does look like the ink does fade, and I'll give them that. But now, let's talk about the name. The name is off from the other certifications to the Jeet Kune Do certification. The name is completely off. It's spelled out Dan Inosanto instead of Daniel. And then if we really look into it, the D is very questionable because the D doesn't go like the other Ds. So this is one thing that is very, very questionable. Also, the rank. This is the biggest thing that really, really complicates things here, is the rank. Now, if the ink faded and Dan decided to write the word third out, why didn't he just trace it over like on Herb Jackson's certification, whereas you can see right here, Los Angeles, the loss was traced back in there. Why wasn't it just traced back in, instead spelt out completely different? That's my question. But he had a good theory that he might have thought what was going on, and I'll give him that. Now, we have another guy, and he says, we're looking at the wrong places. We're looking at certifications, okay? Well, the certification, he says, isn't that important as to the actual art. True, that's very true. But let me say this. If you are required to have a bachelor science degree for a job, and you go to the interview and they want to see your bachelor science degree, and you don't have one, do you think that they're going to actually believe that you have one? Of course not. Certifications matter a lot. Certifications is what proves to people that you took the time to learn this and get your certification, so that now you are a legit person who has this degree. A certification in martial arts is no different from a certification that has a degree. So this is very important. They do matter. And even if I had a belt, people will believe it, but then you can also buy a belt online from Amazon. Customize it yourself. So you could do that. But a certification, well, that's really hard to prove, because if you don't have a real certification, no one's going to believe you. So certifications really do matter. If you think that they don't matter, well, you probably never got a certification. Ted Wong came out and he said that he was ranked 2 in Bruce Lee Jeet Kune Do. If he didn't have that certification, do you think that people would actually believe him? No. People wouldn't believe him. So to answer your question, yes, certifications really do matter. Some people have been asking about my certifications in Jeet Kune Do. I've said it before, but I'll say it this one, and I'll also share my certifications. I got to my certification in Jeet Kune Do under Ronnie Hitchcock. I have my rank 1 certification, and he hasn't given me my rank 2 and rank 3 yet. But I am a rank 3 certified student under Ronnie Hitchcock. If you don't believe me, you could just give him a call. Feel free to shoot him a message. You can find his number online. Now, let's go on to the next reply that I got. So the next reply, one of the viewers, he brought up the fact that in this clip right here is where Dan Inosanto talks about when he got that certification. And you hear him say in this clip that he got all 3 certifications on the same day.
The Chinatown School in Los Angeles opened in 1967. That's February of 1967.
Okay. So did you have an instructor's rank under Bruce Lee at that time when it opened, or?
At the time the school was opened in February 1967, he gave me instructor ranking.
In which arts?
Jianfang Kung Fu, the Tao of Chinese Kung Fu, and Jeet Kune Do, 3 separate arts.
So there was actually 3 different arts.
3 different arts in which he gave rank in, yes.
Okay. And
okay, now this is the breaking point right here. Why do I say that? Because he got it on the same day. His Tao Jeet Kune Do certification, his Jianfang Kung Fu certification, and his Jeet Kune Do certification on the exact same day. If we look at the Tao Kung Fu, and if we look at the Jianfang Kung Fu certification, most of the stuff in here is very similar. Like the name, the rank, the date, all very similar, right? But then when it comes to the Jeet Kune Do certification, if he got that on the same day, why would Bruce Lee write Dan instead of Daniel Inosanto? Of course, you know, we don't see the date there, but also why would he write 3rd out on the Jeet Kune Do certification, but the 3RD on the other 2 certification? If they were all written on the same day, I'll leave that up to you guys. We have to ask ourselves, is this real now? Another point that I'm trying to make is that there's only one person left from the first generation of Jeet Kune Do, and that is Dan Inosanto. He is the last person. Everybody else passed away. I hope that someday we can actually find out the truth, because JKD is never going to be the same again. After Dan Inosanto passes away, there will always be 2 Jeet Kune Dos within this one system. So until then, you know, I'm going to move forward. I'm going to start teaching the JKD that I was taught, and I'm going to start sharing a lot more on me performing the art and also the philosophy part of it. If you guys like the stuff that I put out there, feel free to follow me. Feel free to ask any questions, comment anything down below. If you guys ever want to see something, feel free to shoot me a message and I'll try to get that out there. Until next time, you guys, take care.